Yes guys, how are we? We are finally here. We've all been waiting for the new releases of 2024. We have got a range of Rolex watches, Pateks, Cartier. They've all released new models. So we are going to go through individual now to see what people like, what people don't. But first of all, we're going to kick off with the Rolex Day-Date 40s. Now, some of you guys might have already seen the rose gold ombre dial, I like to call it. It's the black ombre. So when I say black ombre, it's almost the black starts from sort of pitch black and sort of comes lighter as it comes into the center. This was actually released kind of last week, so you guys would have seen this. They do this version in a RBR version as well. They have also released a lovely, lovely white mother of pearl baguette diamond dial Day-Date 40 in yellow gold. They also do this in the RBR version as well. They have then also brought out a blue ombre dial for the platinum and white gold. This they do in a TBR bezel and obviously the white gold fluted bezel. We then have which one of my personal favourites, the yellow gold Day-Date 40 with the green ombre. They do this originally in the Day-Date 36mm with the ombre green dial with the diamonds. However, they have converted this to the 40mm and actually done it on a Roman numeral dial as well. Personally, one of my favourites in this new releases. They again also do this in a TBR bezel as well. And then they also have the white gold and platinum white mother of pearl baguette diamond dials. Again, they come in RBR and TBR. RBR, for some of you who don't understand, is when Rolex do factory round stones on the bezel. TBR is when they do baguettes around the bezel. They've also released a selection of Day-Date 36mm. Some of the dial configurations already existed, however they have just added diamonds to some of these watches. One dial for me that stands out in front of these is the blue baguette. When they done the teaser in the Rolex last week, I was a big believer it was going to be a 40mm in a blue baguette, but they've actually released it in a 36mm, which is quite a shame in my opinion. I feel like they have got some real funky dials in the 36mm. It would be quite cool and quite special to see them in a 40mm. We're then going to move on to probably one of the most spoke about releases. It's the rose gold and yellow gold Sky-Dwellers on Jubilee bracelets. Will this work? Will it not? I'm a big believer in the Sky-Dweller maybe being a bit of a too top heavy watch, especially with it being precious metal. I believe over time that the Jubilee bracelets potentially may sag. So for me, the Sky-Dweller on the Jubilee, I mean, look, it's different. It's not something we've ever seen before. You only usually see the full gold Jubilee on like a GMT. So they've really pushed the boat out there and surprised people with this. I think long term, they're probably not going to be as good because of the top heavy watch. I'm talking 30, 40, 50 years. So don't panic and worry and not buy it for this reason. I just think if one is heavily worn over 50 years, then the bracelet will be sagging. Just my opinion. Yeah, I like them. I think they're cool. They've kept the same dial configurations. You've got the rose with the blue, the chocolate, the white, and the gunmetal grey. Then you've got the yellow with the champagne, the white, and the black. All they've done is just put it on a Jubilee, which is, yeah, it's different. It's cool. It gets a thumbs up from me. Probably one of the best that they have released. It is the stainless steel version of the Zombie. The Zombie, for those you don't know, was the steel and gold Jubilee GMT that they recently released with the black and grey bezel. They have actually released this in stainless steel, in Oyster and Jubilee. The steel and gold is purely just Jubilee. However, with the steel one, they have done it in both straps. Lovely watch, we'll love to see this in person. It's almost like a re-release of the discontinued full black kit GMT. However, they've obviously got the grey and black bezel and obviously the Jubilee strap now. Big fan of this watch, can't wait to see it in person, and obviously would like to see what the grey market price kind of sits at. We're then going to move on to kind of the funky Daytonas. Really into like the diamond setting, I feel like recently Rolex. They've actually released two full metal Daytonas in yellow and rose with baguette dials. And they've also got the baguette bezel with the diamonds set on the shoulders, similar to how the factory rainbow is set, but it's all white diamonds. Massive fan of these. I mean, they're going to be unbelievable to see in person, especially the white diamonds on the rose. I think that'll be a massive winner. They also do it in an Oyster Flex version with the white gold as well. And then they've also brought out the white gold with the round stone bezel, which is quite unusual. Usually they only do the kind of the baguette style bezel. So they've got the round stone bezel on the white gold Daytona with the Tahitian dial, which is a big winner in recent years. And then they've also got what it looks like is a white mother of pearl with Tahitian sub dials on an Oyster Flex, which again, in person, I think these Daytonas are going to look unbelievable. Rolex will only ever use the best kind of diamonds out there. So yeah, stay tuned for these. I think these will be real big hitters. Finally, of the Rolex range, probably kept the worst till last in my opinion, the Deepsea full gold blue kit. Yeah, I mean, copied the blue sub in terms of the colorway. However, you guys know the Deepseas are huge watches. I mean, in stainless steel, they're heavy. They're top heavy watches. The casing in of the watches is huge. So I can only imagine how heavy this is going to be in rose gold. In yellow gold. I don't think you'll ever £1 mark in retail. You might not see one here at Trotters, but if anyone does see one, please let us know what your opinion is. We'd be glad to see what it's like in person. 1908s, they've got the brown leather strap and the black leather strap. I feel like they're going down like the Patek route here with the classy leather strap watches. Again in platinum, which will be a beautiful piece. You know, you'll really feel the weight of the platinum as well. Cool watches. Probably personally not one that I would physically own, but probably a nice watch to wear with a suit. Real classy watch. We're then going to move on to Cartier. I feel like Cartier over the last few years, since their new releasing of the Santos range and the Dumonts, I feel like they've really saved the brand from what they used to be with the Santos 100s. I feel like all these new slim lines are really classy. Yeah, I feel like they're going down the AP Patek route maybe with the dual time, which is cool to see. It's nice to see that they're going to be competing with some of the bigger brands, whereas before I felt like they might have fell off a little bit. And finally, Patek. I feel like they've got a real thing for blue this year. They've released a few more Aquanauts. They've also released some watches with some denim straps. So if you're into the denim on denim fashion, you can get a denim strap now from Patek. Yeah, I mean, they obviously released the navy Aquanaut last year, rose gold, which for me was a big winner. But yeah, they've released some diamond set ones with the sapphires and the emeralds and the rounds. But yeah, I mean, look, any of these watches that you guys think you should drop, please comment below. Any of the watches you guys want to cop, comment below. We'd be intrigued to see what you think. Personally, my two opinions are going to be drop the Deepsea, but I'm definitely going to cop the green Day-Date 40 ombre dial. For me, beautiful watch. Let me know what you guys think, comment below. To round off this segment of the new releases, we also have to talk about the discontinued watches. So the Rolexes have only been discontinued in the Datejust motive dials and the palm dials. They've also stopped making the Yachtmaster 2, which is quite cool. No more Yachtmaster 2s. And they've also stopped making the Le Mans Daytona. We obviously didn't get to see one of the Le Mans, but it was quite a rare, cool watch. Rumours of the Coke being released, that hasn't come out, so that's still in the pipeline, I feel, from Rolex. And also massive talk of the Olive again and the Pepsi being discontinued. However, they are still on the website. They have not been discontinued. So Olives and Pepsis are still available at retail. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know what you want to cop. Let me know when to drop. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Just fill the comments up. We will come back to you on there.